Velma was a nightmare for HBO Max and Mindy Kaling. It quickly became one of the most hated series to release over the past few years, hitting record low franchise and platform numbers. It is the lowest rated animated series on IMDb, and it pissed off Scooby-Doo fans beyond belief, but now Mindy is winning national awards, and of course, she's getting roasted over it. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So this is a Fox News archive. White House honors star and executive producer of the controversial Scooby-Doo spinoff Velma. Now, I of course have had to talk about this spinoff quite a lot on the channel because of course you had Mindy come out and boast about how the series was doing so well for HBO Max, even though it didn't really have any competition. We saw people try and attempt to defend the series, people like activists and journalists, and that failed. And of course, I have talked about all of the backlash. Scooby-Doo fans were extremely disappointed with this series, and now it looks like Mindy is doing pretty good because she was awarded the National Medal of Arts by Biden. It says, though, President Joe Biden honored some of America's biggest celebrities with the National Medal of Arts in the East Room of the White House, including the executive producer of the controversial show Velma. Now, I have a problem with this because the Biden admin has tried to use celebrities to their cause as much as possible, and I just don't like this. I don't want to see people like Mindy Kaling winning medals. They do not deserve them in any way, shape, or form. It says that she plays, of course, Velma, the lead character in the spinoff. She also executive produces, so a lot to blame with the series was because of her. She had a voice in the creative room, and she also had a voice with the actors because she was one of the main actors. It says it has been criticized by many for featuring excessive nudity, gore, and violence, as well as woke themes and the sexualization of minors. Velma herself is a lesbian. Everybody turned on this series. They thought that this adult spin-off where they referenced like real world issues and themes would do really well, but it didn't because everybody turned on them. It says since its release, the show has been panned by audiences and claims the title of one of the worst TV ratings in IMDb history, like I mentioned, as well as the worst animated show rating ever. I did watch this. I wasted a bunch of hours of my life trying to give this a fair chance, and honestly it was worse than I expected. I do think a adult Scooby-Doo series can do well, but the problem is that this series of course focused on a lot of personal drama with these characters. You had Velma, who is now a lesbian, who was, struggling with her sexuality, and then by the end, spoiler alert, you find out that the villain is actually her mother. And then you have Fred, who is trying to cope with the fact that he's got white privilege. None of it made sense. None of it was good. It says, though, reviews have been so bad that some have wondered whether the show was a conspiracy to annoy right-wingers. Honestly, I feel like they did make the show to try to piss everybody off. They also were trying to piss off fans of Scooby-Doo. It's like they wanted to go in and ruin that nostalgia that we had for this show. But it says that now Mindy has been offered and given this medal, which is just the most absurd thing. It says others honored at the White House event included designer Vara, Veep actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and legendary musician Bruce Springsteen. I understand someone like Bruce Springsteen because he has been an icon for so long, but someone like Mindy Kaling, I just do not see it. Over the past few years, she's created nothing but Velma, and that's my issue. They didn't exactly name what she was getting medaled for, but Velma is like the only thing over the past few years that she has done that is notable. Here's a list. As you can see, in 2018, she was a producer on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which did fall off by the end. Champions, which I feel like nobody's ever heard of. And then you have the Mindy Project, which did go for quite a few seasons, but also people had issues with it because people have issues with Mindy herself. And she has executive produced on some other things like The Office, Will and Grace. She did some of the Night at the Museum films. But in my opinion, they're nothing that she deserves a medal over. If you don't really know what the National Medal of Arts is, as you can see, it's an award and title created by the United States Congress in 1984 for the purpose of honoring artists and patrons of the art. There are not really a lot of people that hold this, but, I mean, the list is still kind of hefty. But if you look at it, I mean, we're talking about painters, sculptors, dancers. When you scroll down this list, every year they do try to balance it, and typically there's like a writer here. But there's just not a lot of writers in general on this list. But for some reason, Mindy Kaling has won it. She just does not have the history to be on this list. I could think of 500 other actors right now that deserve it more than she does. And of course, because this has happened, she has been getting pretty freaking roasted over it, along with other celebrities who have won this, because of course the Biden admin has been enlisting a lot of celebrities. They had a lot of singers and actors, of course, promote the vaccines. We had someone like Matthew McConaughey talk about gun control. Not that this is new, it's just that with things like TikTok, they have been promoting a lot more people. Heading to Twitter and just reading a few of the responses, people are saying things like Biden awarded Mindy with a National Medal of Arts this week, the government's highest award given to artists. She has most recently become known for her role as the EP of Velma, which earned a 1.5 out of 10 rating on IMDb, which is just hilarious. It's not like she's even been successful over the past few years, and she is creating things that people are absolutely loving and can't get enough of. She's creating things that people hate. Oof. Zero chance he has any idea who she is. She has been the actress I like the least ever since The Office. Way to go, Mindy. Way to create more division in the public. So brave and so stunning. Obviously, I don't think that she deserves this award. I doubt any of you think that she deserves this award, but she was given it nonetheless, which is honestly so pathetic. It's kind of funny. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.